Take a look in the mirror and pull back your lip for a second. Do your teeth look longer than they used to? Is there a little notch or a yellowing area near the root that sends a lightning bolt of sensitivity through your jaw every time you sip a cold drink? If you ask most dental professionals about this, they will give you a very scripted answer. They will tell you that once gum tissue is gone, it is gone forever, and your only hope is a painful, expensive surgical graft involving scalpels and sutures. But what if there was another side to the story? What if the human body, which can knit bone back together and regrow skin over a wound, actually has a hidden blueprint for cellular regeneration within the mouth? We are breaking through the standard narrative to explore the 7 secrets of tissue rejuvenation that often get overlooked in modern checkups. We are diving deep into the world of alkaline chemistry, collagen synthesis, and the surprising role of your nighttime breathing habits. This isn't just about brushing and flossing. It's about a total biological reset. If you want to protect your smile and potentially see your tissue bounce back without a surgical bill, you need to listen to every single word of this guide. To understand how to reverse the retreat of your gums, we first have to understand why they pulled back in the first place. Think of your gums like the soil around a tree. If the soil becomes acidic, dry, or infested with harmful organisms, it begins to erode, exposing the delicate roots. This erosion is usually caused by chronic low-level inflammation. Most people think inflammation is something you see, like a swollen ankle, but in the mouth, it's often invisible. It's a chemical war happening at the microscopic level. The standard advice is to scrub harder, but scrubbing is often the very thing that accelerates the retreat. The secret to regrowth isn't force, it's the environment. Secret number 1 involves the concept of oral pH balancing. Your mouth is an ecosystem. And just like an aquarium, if the pH isn't right, nothing can thrive. Most of the foods we eat today, processed sugars, grains, and even coffee, are highly acidic. When your mouth stays in an acidic state, it activates enzymes called collagenases. These enzymes are designed to break down old tissue, but in an acidic environment, they go into overdrive and start eating away at the healthy collagen fibers that hold your gums to your teeth. The secret weapon here is sodium bicarbonate, or simple baking soda. By creating a gentle alkaline soak once a day, you neutralize those tissue-eating enzymes instantly. You aren't just cleaning, you are chemically pausing the erosion so that the body can begin the repair process. Imagine trying to build a house while a bulldozer is constantly knocking down the walls. Neutralizing acidity is like taking the bulldozer away so the builders can finally get to work. Now, let's talk about secret number 2, which is the oil-pulling revolution. Before you roll your eyes, we aren't talking about a mystical ritual. We are talking about lipid-based detoxification. The harmful bacteria that cause gum recession have fatty outer membranes. Water and standard mouthwash often can't penetrate the deep pockets where these organisms hide. However, fat attracts fat. When you swish a high-quality organic coconut oil or sesame oil in your mouth for 10 to 15 minutes, you are essentially using a magnet to pull those pathogens out of the crevices. But here is the part your dentist won't tell you. Coconut oil contains lauric acid, which is a powerful antimicrobial agent that specifically targets the strains associated with tissue loss. Furthermore, the act of swishing creates a mechanical pumping action that increases blood flow to the tiny capillaries in the gum tissue. Blood is the vehicle for nutrients. If you can't get blood to the area, you can't get the building blocks for regrowth to the site. It's like irrigation for a dry garden. Secret number 3 is perhaps the most overlooked factor in modern health: the vitamin K2 and D3 synergy. We've been told for decades that calcium is the key to strong teeth. But calcium is a dumb mineral. It doesn't know where to go. Without vitamin K2, calcium often ends up in your arteries or as kidney stones instead of in your jawbone. Your gums are supported by the alveolar bone. If that bone starts to thin or demineralize, the gums have nothing to hang on to, so they follow the bone and retreat. Vitamin K2 acts as the traffic cop that directs calcium into the bone and teeth. When you combine high doses of K2 with vitamin D3, you create a mineralizing powerhouse that strengthens the foundation of your mouth. When the bone becomes dense and healthy again, it provides the physical scaffolding necessary for the soft tissue to creep back up and reattach. This is internal architecture, and it is a requirement for any long-term success. Moving on to secret number 4, the stop of abrasive trauma. Most of us were taught to brush in a back-and-forth sawing motion with a medium or hard toothbrush. This is essentially like using sandpaper on a silk ribbon. Your gum tissue is incredibly delicate. The Japanese method of microvibrational cleaning suggests using an ultra-soft brush and moving in tiny, circular patterns at a 45-degree angle toward the gum line. But the real secret is the sulker technique. Instead of scrubbing the surface of the tooth, you are gently massaging the sulcus, which is the little flap of skin where the tooth meets the gum. By stimulating this specific area without causing micro tears, you trigger a wound healing response without actually creating a wound. This signals the fibroblasts, the cells responsible for making new tissue, to migrate to the area and begin depositing new collagen fibers. You are essentially waking up the regenerative cells that have gone dormant. Now, let's dive into secret number 5. The micronutrient slurry. Regenerating tissue requires specific raw materials that are often missing from the modern diet. Gum tissue is almost entirely made of collagen. If you aren't providing your body with the vitamin C, proline, and glycine necessary to build collagen, it doesn't matter how well you brush. But here is the secret delivery method: localized vitamin C. Taking a supplement is good, but applying a buffered vitamin C powder or a vitamin-rich paste directly to the affected gum area allows for transmucosal absorption. This delivers a high concentration of the antioxidant directly to the site of the inflammation. Vitamin C is the glue that keeps collagen fibers together. Without it, the tissue becomes loose and friable, like a weathered rope. By feeding the tissue directly, you give the cells the immediate resources they need to knit themselves back together. Secret number 6 is something that might shock you: the mouth-breathing connection. You are losing your gums while you sleep. Saliva is the mouth's natural defense system. It's full of growth factors, minerals, and antibodies. The air dries out the gums, causing the delicate cells to undergo osmotic stress and die off. This creates a desert environment where only the most harmful, anaerobic bacteria can survive. The secret here is mouth taping or positional therapy to ensure you are breathing through your nose. Nose breathing filters the air and ensures that your gums stay bathed in protective saliva all night long. Think of saliva as a liquid bandage that is constantly repairing your mouth. If you remove that bandage for 8 hours every night, you are undoing all the progress you made during the day. It's a simple mechanical fix that can halt recession in its tracks practically overnight. Finally, secret number 7, red light therapy and circulation. One of the most exciting developments in regenerative biology is photobiomodulation. Specific wavelengths of red and near-infrared light have been shown to penetrate deep into the tissue and stimulate the mitochondria, the power plants of your cells. When the mitochondria are supercharged by light, they produce more ATP, which is the energy currency for cellular repair. Dental professionals are using specialized red light devices to accelerate healing after procedures. But you can use this same principle at home. By exposing your gum tissue to specific light frequencies for just a few minutes a day, you can significantly increase the rate of tissue turnover and reduce chronic inflammation. It's like putting a turbocharger on your body's natural healing response. Now let's wrap this into a philosophy of care. The reason your dentist might not tell you these things isn't necessarily a conspiracy, it's just the way they are trained. The traditional model is wait for it to break, then fix it with hardware. The model we are discussing today is optimize the biology so the body can fix itself. You have to be an active participant in your own healing. You can't just be a passive passenger in the dental chair. Think about the time commitment. Step 1. Baking soda rinse for 1 minute. Step 2. Oil pulling while you shower. Step 3. Taking your K2 and D3 with breakfast. Step 4. Switching to an ultra-soft brush and the circular technique. Step 5. Applying your nutrient paste before bed. Step 6. Ensuring nasal breathing at night. Step 7. A few minutes of red light if you have access to it. When you add it all up, you are spending maybe 15 to 20 minutes a day on the most important part of your health. Your mouth is the gateway to your entire body. Cognitive decline and blood sugar imbalances. You aren't just saving your teeth. You are protecting your entire systemic health. It's a holistic victory. Imagine the satisfaction of going back to your next checkup and having the hygienist ask you what you've been doing. Imagine the pockets, those little gaps between your teeth and gums, measuring smaller than they did 6 months ago. That isn't supposed to happen in the traditional model, But it happens every day to people who understand the secrets of biological regeneration. It's about moving from a state of decay to a state of thrive. We've been conditioned to believe that our bodies are fragile and that once a part wears out, it's gone. But look at your skin. If you get a scratch, it heals. Your gums are made of a similar type of epithelium. They are designed to refresh themselves. The problem is that we are constantly re-scratching the wound through acidic diets, aggressive brushing, and chronic dryness. If you stop the cycle of injury and provide the proper nutrients, the baseline of the body is always toward health. The regrowth isn't you doing something magical. It's you simply getting out of the body's way and letting it do what it was designed to do for millions of years. Let's talk about the specific types of gum recession, because not all recession is the same. Some is caused by clinching and grinding. This is a mechanical issue where the pressure on the teeth causes the gums to pop off the bone. If this is you, no amount of vitamin C will fix the problem unless you also address the habit. The Japanese method of jaw relaxation involves specific tongue placements, keeping the tongue on the roof of the mouth just behind the teeth to prevent the jaw from clenching during the day. By reducing the axial load on the teeth, you allow the periodontal ligament to relax, which in turn allows the gums to settle back into their natural position. It's about structural harmony. But not all plaque is bad. Your mouth needs a healthy microbiome. When you use harsh alcohol-based mouthwashes, you are essentially nuking the entire forest to get rid of a few bad trees. This leaves the ground wide open for the most aggressive, harmful bacteria to stay and take over. The secret is to use prebiotic oral care. This involves using substances that feed the good bacteria, like xylitol or specific fibers, while discouraging the bad ones. A healthy microbiome produces its own protective enzymes that keep your gums healthy. It's like having a natural bodyguard for your smile. Let's look at the collagen quality deeper. Not all collagen is created equal. To regrow gums, you need type 1 and type 3 collagen. You can find this in high-quality bone broth or specific marine collagen supplements. But the Japanese secret is the consumption of silica. Silica is the mineral that cross-links collagen fibers, making them strong and resilient. You can find silica in things like horsetail herb or bamboo shoots. By increasing your silica intake, you are essentially tempering the new tissue that grows, ensuring it is tough enough to withstand the rigors of eating and speaking without receding again. Think about the psychology of your smile. When your gums are receding, you tend to smile less. You become self-conscious. This stress response actually increases cortisol, which, you guessed it, breaks down collagen. It's a vicious cycle. By taking these proactive steps, you gain a sense of agency. You stop being a victim of your genetics or your age and become a master of your biology. This shift in mindset reduces stress and actually creates a better hormonal environment for the very healing you are trying to achieve. Let's talk about the zinc connection. Zinc is a mineral that most people are deficient in, yet it is vital for the epithelialization of wounds, the process where new skin cells cover a surface. In the mouth, zinc helps to stabilize the cell membranes of the gum tissue. It also acts as a natural deodorizer by neutralizing the sulfur compounds produced by harmful bacteria. A tiny bit of zinc in your oral care routine can be the catalyst that speeds up the attachment of the gums to the tooth surface. It acts like a biological glue. Now imagine the feeling of your mouth after a month of this routine. No more bleeding when you brush. No more zapped nerves from a cold glass of water. Your gums look pink, firm, and tight against the teeth. This is the biohacker's approach to dentistry. It's about using every tool in the shed: nutrition, light, chemistry, and mechanics to achieve a result that the standardized model says is impossible. We also have to mention the hydration secret. Your gum tissue is over 70% water. If you are chronically dehydrated, your body will pull water from the non-essential tissues to protect the brain and heart. The gums are often the first to suffer. They become thinned out and lose their volume. By simply increasing your intake of mineral-rich water and electrolytes, you can plump up the gum tissue, making it appear fuller and more robust. Sometimes, what looks like recession is actually just dehydration of the tissue. Let's dive into the enzyme secret, specifically coenzyme Q10. This is a powerful antioxidant that is found in high concentrations in healthy gum tissue. However, as we age or as we take certain medications like statins, our CoQ10 levels plummet. Multiple studies have shown that applying CoQ10 topically to the gums can significantly reduce pocket depth and improve the attachment level of the tissue. It provides the bioenergetic spark the cells need to regenerate. It's like giving your gums a fresh battery. Consider the sugar-alcohol benefit of xylitol. Xylitol is a 5-carbon sugar that the harmful bacteria S. mutans can't digest. They eat it, thinking it's fuel, and then they essentially starve to death. But for you, xylitol helps to pull minerals from your saliva into your teeth and the surrounding bone. By using a xylitol-based mint or gum after meals, you are cleaning your mouth while also feeding the mineralization process. It's a double win for your oral health. The reason these secrets are so powerful is that they work together in a synergistic loop. The baking soda prepares the pHe bore. The oil pulling removes the pathogens. The K2 and D3 build the bone foundation. The ultra-soft brushing stimulates the cells. The nutrient slurry provides the building blocks. The mouth taping protects the environment. And the red light provides the energy. When you do all of these, you aren't just trying a remedy, you are implementing a regenerative system. You might hear some skeptics say, there is no clinical proof that gums can grow back. But clinical proof often lags behind clinical observation. There are thousands of people in the holistic health community who have documented their pocket depth shrinking and their gum lines moving back toward the crown of the tooth. If you provide the conditions for growth, the body will grow. One of the most interesting secrets is the saltwater paradox. We are told that salt is bad for us, but a hypertonic saline rinse, meaning very salty water, can be a miracle for gum health. It works through osmosis. It pulls the fluid out of swollen, inflamed gums, which shrinks the inflammation and allows the tissue to tighten around the tooth. This tightening is the first step toward reattachment. You should only do this for a week at a time, but as a burst therapy to jumpstart healing, it is incredibly effective. Let's look at the trace mineral factor. Your teeth and the surrounding bone need more than just calcium. They need boron, manganese, and strontium. These are the micro-anchors that keep the crystalline structure of your mouth strong. Using a trace mineral drop in your water or even a mineral-rich sea salt can provide these missing links. When the bone is strong and magnetically active, the gums feel pulled to stay in place. It's a deep, elemental level of health. Let's talk about the stress-gum connection again, but specifically the vagus nerve. Your mouth is highly connected to your nervous system. This ischemia, or lack of blood flow, is the silent driver of gum recession. By practicing deep diaphragmatic breathing while you perform your oral care, you signal to your body that it is safe to send blood back to the gums. This vagal tone is the hidden key that makes all the other secrets work twice as fast. As we look at these 7 secrets, it becomes clear that gum health is a reflection of your systemic harmony. You can't have a healthy mouth and a sick body, and you can't have a healthy body with a sick mouth. They are two sides of the same coin. By adopting these secrets, you are embarking on a journey of total oral mastery. You are moving away from the fear of the dentist and toward the power of your own biological potential. Imagine your next dental visit. The dentist looks into your mouth, pauses, and says, "Wait, let me check the charts from last time." They look confused because the recession is no longer progressing, and in fact, those sensitive areas are now covered with healthy, pink tissue. That is the moment of ultimate validation. It doesn't happen through luck. It happens through the systematic application of these secrets. Let's recap the daily routine for maximum results. Start your day with an oil pull. It's the ultimate deep clean. Follow it with a pH-neutralizing baking soda rinse. Throughout the day, remain mindful of your nasal breathing and tongue position. Take your D3 and K2 with a meal that contains some healthy fats for absorption. In the evening, use your ultra-soft brush with the circular massage technique. Finally, apply your vitamin C and CoQ10 slurry and tape your mouth for a night of salivary protection. This routine is the gold standard for anyone serious about gum regrowth. It's not a quick fix, but it is a real fix. You will likely see changes in the quality of your tissue, the color, and the firmness within the first 2 weeks. The actual migration of the gum line takes longer, months or even a year, because growing new tissue is a slow, methodical process for the body. But every millimeter counts. Every millimeter of regrowth is a millimeter of protection for your teeth and your longevity. Think about the sustainability of this. Once you learn these habits, they are free. You aren't tied to an expensive periodontal maintenance schedule that costs thousands of dollars a year. You are the master of your own oral ecosystem. You have replaced expensive interventions with effective habits. That is true health. As you look at your smile in the mirror tonight, don't look with frustration. Look with vision. See the potential for the tissue to return. See the biology that is waiting for the right signals to start the repair. You have the instructions now. You have the secrets that are usually kept behind the surgical wall. Use them with consistency and patience. The body is a marvel of engineering. It wants to heal. It wants to be in a state of homeostasis. Your gums are no different. They didn't fail you. They simply responded to an unfavorable environment. By changing that environment, you change the outcome. This is the essence of regenerative oral health. So, take a deep breath. Start with the simplest secret, the baking soda rinse. Then add the oil pulling. Then the vitamins. Build your fortress of health piece by piece. You are not just saving your gums, you are reclaiming your health, your confidence, and your future. The surgical path is always there as a last resort. But why not try the biological path first? The results might just surprise you. You've spent years potentially doing things that encouraged recession without knowing it. Now you have the opportunity to spend the next year doing things that encourage recovery. It's an exciting shift. It's the move from being reactive to being proactive. Your gums are ready for a comeback. Remember, the goal isn't just not losing anymore. The goal is gaining back what was lost. The goal is a smile that is as strong and healthy at 80 as it was at 20. It's possible. It's scientifically grounded, and it's now in your hands. Treat every swish of oil and every massage of the gums as an investment in your future self. Those minutes are the down payment on a lifetime of dental stability. You've got the knowledge, you've got the tools, and you've got the internal blueprint for success. Now all that's left is the action. Go and start your biological reset today. Your teeth will stay in your head where they belong, your sensitivity will fade into a memory, and your smile will reflect the vibrant health that is happening on the inside. You are your own best dentist when it comes to the daily care of your tissue. The secrets are out. The path is clear. The regrowth journey begins with your very next breath, hopefully through your nose. Keep your pH balanced, your minerals high, and your mindset positive. Your gums have the intelligence to repair themselves. They've just been waiting for you to give them the chance. Let's make it happen. As we conclude this deep dive, take a moment to commit to just one of these secrets for the next 7 days. Don't feel like you have to do everything at once. Start small. The success of that one habit will give you the momentum to add the next. Before you know it, you'll have a full regenerative protocol that has become a natural part of your life. Thank you for being someone who cares enough about their body to look for the deeper truths. You are part of a growing movement of people who are taking responsibility for their own well-being. Your smile is your signature on the world. Make it a healthy one. The road to gum regrowth is a path of patience, but the destination is well worth the effort. See you at your next healthy checkup.